do we actually need B-roll of Snapchat spectacles in 2021? Like, I mean, really? Really? So we have to talk about the state of virtual reality and augmented reality when it comes to communication, collaboration, because we're currently writing a book and I wrote the chapter about it and I did some deep dives. If you don't know me yet, my name is Christoph Magnussen. I'm the CEO of Blackboat, a tech company for collaboration. Subscribe to the channel, but here we talk about this topic because Facebook recently announced with Ray-Ban together, Ray-Ban Stories. So this is obviously not the Ray-Ban Stories, this is what they call Snapchat spectacles. So actually what Facebook did is not really the game of VR and AR, but of course you know that Facebook owns Oculus Rift, like one of the leading virtual reality companies as well. And the take with Ray-Ban is like much more like the Snapchat spectacles. So you can take videos, photos, post them to Facebook. Okay, forget Facebook, post them to Instagram and WhatsApp, and then listen to podcasts and music and all that stuff. I don't know if that is anything useful because the problem of these devices is actually the camera. And no matter if there is a lot of privacy going on, Facebook says there is a red LED indicating.
Would you have known I was recording you with these sunglasses?
You were recording me?
Yeah,
Why were you recording me?
because these sunglasses have a camera in it.
This is a terrible idea.
Did you know I was recording you?
No, I had no idea.
I would not have known because it says Ray-Ban.
I don't see that happening. But what the big tech giants aiming at is the question of, are these devices replacing at a certain point these devices here? This is what the game is on.
Ray-Ban Stories are an important step towards a future when phones are no longer a central part of our lives. And you won't have to choose between interacting with a device or interacting with the world around you. We worked with Essilor-Luxottica to design an experience that combines the style that you expect from Ray-Ban with as much technology as we can fit into these classic and iconic frames, starting at $299.
This book I told you about is about new work, of course. And when we look at technology, we always look at technology from a collaborative standpoint. So is the technology good to improve team communication, bringing people together? And when I was diving into augmented reality and virtual reality for a long time now, because a lot of stuff evolved there, I was stumbling upon physicists who write for a long time why it's so problematic to actually get to the point of a mixed reality. So quick note here, augmented reality is by definition the thing when you turn on the smartphone camera and there is an image within the image. The boys will put something here to show it, how it looks like. There are really cool apps for the iPad, for the iPhone to do that, especially for the iPad with a LiDAR sensor. This is augmented reality. Mixed reality is then when it emerges more to a reality. You put your glasses on and you see something here, and there are physical limits to that. So that's why it's really hard with this big thing of Magic Leap, which actually didn't work out. There is a big failure here. Obviously not Google Glass and Snapchat spectacles. They are not really mixed reality glasses. HoloLens is taking that case, but very limited field of view. And then I dived a little bit deeper into virtual reality. And as I said, Facebook is having a take here with Oculus. And I believe, from what I read, that the part when it comes to immersiveness, like this really diving into the presence, this is where it gets interesting. So in gaming, it's already, of course, a huge thing. And I mean, the gaming industry is growing as hell. It's said that Netflix will bring games to the store at the end of the year. So you actually can be sure that the immersive experience is much, much, much bigger on the virtual reality side. And the technology improves fast. You have now Unreal Engine, which is not especially for virtual reality, but this is a video software engine that actually improves the quality of the image by far. And there are certain things you should do in reality, not in virtual reality. If you combine these fields, then it becomes interesting. And this is a limit of augmented reality. So I think what we do way too much is, in our minds, we think that would be a good thing to meet in virtual reality and to have a better experience. But as I said, some things are better in the real life. Das liebe ich in Hamburg, ne? If there's no rain, everyone is going on the water. Yeah. So let's think about like VR and collaboration. And there is this take from Facebook where they show the Oculus Go and a worker actually taking it on, jumping into the VR experience, having the virtual keyboard, doing meetings and all that stuff. Here's the thing, and Jan said that earlier, and we said it in the Flip video as well, and MKBHD said it as well. If the technology is the feature, it doesn't work. The technology needs to be the add-on and actually help you to augment something and to make something better, and needs to feel natural. If you do it for the sake of the technology itself, because it's a cool feature, it won't work. And this is the problem I see with these ideas. If you now take virtual reality and you go to a place where people are already, let's take the concert, the gig from...
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Mit T. Taylor Scott. Travis Scott, of course. So if you take the example of the concert from Travis Scott in Fortnite. Bruh. You have the people in Fortnite and they are already there. This is more like this movie Ready Player One, where the oasis is the place where people are and you like reach them there. So it's a game. And every new employee at Oculus receives a book, a copy of Ready Player One, if I remember it correct. Anyhow, I think this is much more the take we should think of. So stuff like Roblox, where you can actually program your own stuff, or if you now imagine there are AI engines helping you to code and you combine that with Unreal Engine, there is something happening here. What I don't see is we think of concepts in our world and replace them to another world. This is exactly the same mistake we see happening with collaboration tools on a simple scale, saying, I have my email program, how can I work on my emails in the new world? That's not the point. How can you solve the problem of communication with a new tool to get to a new world? This is the process. So I'm a big fan of technology, and I think it's a good thing that these companies invest a lot of money to push that forward, because this keeps things going and people will come up with the idea, and we won't see what will be happening. But this is my take on AR and VR right now, without features and details, but this is what I think of this technology. Let me know what you think, if you have examples where you say that's a better idea, and of course make sure you subscribe and watch another video here. And don't forget, we are a company doing this all day long, but we also share what we think, and we also share if we don't have an answer to the question. We need to discuss it. This is how the world works in 2021. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next week.